All right, now it's the Big Pod Swain Session Podcast, and we back with episode 9. But before we get into the episode, y'all know the script. I need y'all to like, subscribe, and comment. But fuck all that small talk. Let's get right into it. Dr. Fumar Johnson had the voice, the charisma, the platform, and most importantly, the support. Black people across the country and online showed up for him. People donated. People defended. People believed. But now, that same belief is turning into disappointment. Let's be honest here. This isn't just about one man. It's about trust. Dr. Umar positioned himself as a leader, focused on education and black excellence. He promised schools. He collected donations. But here we are, years later, and people are still asking, where did the money go? No transparency, no consistent progress, just vague-ass updates, and him asking for more money. Dr. Umar never put that money in the right place. It's not hate when I say that. Now, some of y'all still ride for him. Others feel played. Some saying he doing the work, the system just in his way. Other people saying he's a speaker, not a builder. Then you got people like Lynell Williams in my comments saying, whoever feels that way, feel themselves. And maybe there's some truth to that. Maybe we look for a leader instead of becoming one. Now look, this is deeper than one man. It's about what we expect, what we fund, and how we hold people accountable. We wanted a school. We got speeches. We asked for updates. We got cash app hands. Dr. Umar had the platform, but with great influence comes greater expectation. You can't ask the people to sacrifice and then lead them in the dark. If the culture gave you trust, you owe results. All right, so let's get it straight to it. Now, Chicago is one of the most influential cities in hip-hop history. Now, it's a list making rounds online. It got some names on it, but it's missing legacy. So let's set the record straight. I'm going to update that top 10 Chicago rappers list. We balancing mainstream success, cultural impact, lyrical ability, and the influence the sound had on the city. Coming in at number 1, Kanye West. Innovator, global icon. Changed the sound of hip-hop multiple times. Number 2, Chief Keef. Pioneer drill music, enough said. Number 3, Twister. Took Chicago mainstream in the early 2000s. And we all know Kamikaze and Adrenaline Rush, certified classics. Number 4, we got Common, one of the best lyricists in rap history. Grammy Award winning, conscious, and timeless music, yo. Then you got Dirk at number 5. Longevity, consistency, evolution. From drill to mainstream, Dirk built a serious catalog, yo. Number 6, voice of the trenches, G Herbo. Lyrical, raw, got a loyal following, real storytelling ability. Number 7, Chance the Rapper. He broke rules with acid rap and coloring book. The first streaming only Grammy win. And you got number 8, Polo G. One of the most well-rounded younger artists. Bars and substance, yo. Number 9, Do or Die, Chicago Legends. They brought a unique melodic gangster sound to a national attention. Coming in at number 10, Lupe Fiasco. If we talking lyricism and concept albums, Lupe is one of the best to ever do it. Not just in Chicago. Now, you can't rewrite Chicago's history without them. Too much focus on recency. Legacy matter. It's not just who's hot now. It's who made the city hot in the first place. Chicago has always been a mix of pain, poetry, and power. A proper list need all three, yo. Chicago rap is bigger than one era or one scene. From the backpackers to the drill generals, the goats to the underground kings. This city raised giants. All right, look, if you don't want Trump to step in, then what is your solution for keeping you safe in Chicago? If Trump stepping in with federal control sounds like an overreach, then enlighten us. What's the actual solution? What's keeping people in cities like Chicago safe? Whether you like Trump or not, he's betting on one thing, the fear vacuum. All he's saying is, if they can't fix it, I will. And the louder the chaos, the easier that message hit. Let's talk about real answers. Local leadership is failing. City mayors and governors are expected to handle crime and infrastructure, along with community safety. But right now, you got residents keep experiencing gun violence, theft, and drug activity daily. And these ain't just stats, it's a lived reality. People stop caring about the political process when they can't walk to the store safely. If local leadership can't or won't address these concerns, that's when people start listening to federal solutions, even heavy-handed ones. We gotta figure out what real safety look like. Because if the answer isn't Trump stepping in with the National Guard, then let's talk. Let's get into community-based policing, holding each other accountable, youth programs that interrupt violence early. Let's talk about investing in our neighborhoods, and we talking about some real money. Investing in neighborhoods that have been neglected for decades. We need more mental health services and conflict resolution in schools and communities. This needs to be taught throughout early in life. Safety isn't just about more officers or federal boots on the ground. It's fewer reasons for people to feel unsafe in the first place. So look, if we pushing back against Trump, we gotta say what we standing for, not just what we standing against. Because if nobody got a plan, the strongest voice with any plan, even the wrong one, starts sounding like the only option. You don't have to like Trump to understand the vacuum he's trying to fill. If we want to stop federal overreach, we need local solutions that actually work, and we need them now. All right, man, Drake versus Kendrick still. We are right here. Now let's get to it. Recently, reports surfaced that Drake's legal team submitted document requests to UMG. Now, these requests allegedly ask for two things. Any documents related to domestic violence allegations involving Kendrick Lamar. And they want all communications regarding Dave Free's relationship with Kendrick's kids. Now, this takes the situation far beyond music. It appears that Drake's team is using all legal channels to dig into personal and potentially damaging info. Now, this raises serious questions, yo. And not just about this feud, but about how far artists and their legal teams are willing to go when reputations, narratives, and business interests are on the line. According to these leaked court documents, UMG owns a bulk of Drake's recording catalog and his publishing rights. Now that's massive, especially in the middle of a high-profile beef with Kendrick Lamar, who happens to be under the same umbrella. A 360 deal is a contract where the label gets a cut of everything. Not just album sales, but also touring, merch, publishing, and pretty much anything you making money off. If Drake is in one, UMG benefits financially whether he's winning or losing a rap battle, as long as people watching and streaming. Kendrick dropped, Drake responded, the stream spiked. UMG gets paid either way. Drake may not fully control how or when his music is promoted, depending on that fine print. This ain't really unique, especially to Drake. Major labels have been using 360 models since the early 2000s, especially for megastars. Now you also had the $400 million deal. It was all for publishing and not for ownership or freedom. Now compare this to Jay-Z, who bought his masters back, or Kanye, who fought repeatedly to gain control of his catalog. Drake's situation is showing that even the biggest artists may be locked into a long-term deal with limited leverage. Now here go the bigger picture. This feud reveals something deeper. Labels don't take sides, they take percentages. Now while fans argue online and artists keep throwing punches, the companies behind them, they stand focused on revenue, catalog value, and streaming metrics. Now, to close this out, if Drake's music is partially owned by the same company that benefits from Kendrick's rise, then in the eyes of the industry, it ain't no winner or loser. It's only engagement. My boy Caleb Williams. Look, some of y'all need to stop acting like he trash. Like he fumbling every snap. When in reality, this nigga been cooking all camp. We need to talk facts and not feelings, y'all. Y'all been spreading so many false narratives. Social media been dragging Caleb Williams for weeks, cherry picking bad moments, and then painting them like it's the whole picture. Truth is, this been one of his most consistent stretches. You got multiple reporters talking about his accuracy, leadership, and his playmaking under pressure. He killed the 7-on-7 drills, only one incompletion, and that was on the penalty. He locking in with his targets. Him and Roman Doomsday on the same page. He look outstanding. What are y'all watching? This is what you want to see from your QB1. He executing. He's learning a new offense. Now, I thought preseason was about growth and reps. It's his second year. This constant negative spin ignores how quarterbacks actually develop. And that shit through trial, error, and adjusting on the fly, yo. Now, if you gonna judge Caleb, man, judge him on the whole body of work. Not one bad throw in a highlight clip. Because from where I'm sitting at, Caleb is showing poise, fire, and his skill set gonna make some noise this season. Y'all gotta keep that same energy when he lighting up these scoreboards for real. Now this brings me to an even bigger play. Let's talk about the media game. Because this ain't just about one throw. This shit looking like a pattern, yo. I seen this cycle before. They take one mistake, run it on a loop, and then they turn this shit into a headline. Meanwhile, they disregard the smart throws, the tight window throws, poised under pressure throws. They buried all that shit in B-roll. Selective storytelling, yo. Now here go the kicker. That same narrative, it follows certain quarterbacks more than others. The ones who don't fit this safe mode. The ones who play with a little flash, a little swag, got some edge to them. Caleb Williams check all those boxes. So now every slip up is magnified like this shit a season-defining moment. Now here go my challenge to the audience, yo. Next time you see a Caleb headline, Ask yourself, is this fair critique or is the media on bullshit again? Now, when this nigga start torching these secondaries, them same analysts better run them highlights. Y'all better keep the same energy, yo. All right, so look, let's close this thing out. Let's talk about emotions and the cost of letting them lead. We live in a world where one wrong reaction can ruin everything you've built. And the Bible, it already warned us about this. Just look at Samson. Judges 13 through 16. A man anointed from birth, chosen, stronger than any man alive. But what took him out? Not the Philistines, not Delilah. It was his lack of discipline. Every time Samson let his emotions lead, he lost something. He burned fields out of revenge. He killed out of anger. He exposed his secret and weakness. And in the end, his strength didn't save him, because his emotions emptied his calling before he even realized it. Now today, our reactions might not burn crops, but they burn bridges. You cut someone out at work, now you jobless. You go off in traffic, now you facing court dates. You argue at home, now your kids scatter your tone. The world won't charge you in shackles. It'll charge you in legal fees, broken trust, and lost peace. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit, that he taketh a city. Proverbs 16:32. We all want power. We all want progress. But God is saying self-control is real strength. Your emotions could turn into bills. Reacting wrong could cost you everything, just like it did for Samson. So the next time you're tempted to snap, clap back, or wild out, you gotta ask yourself, is this worth the bill? And will God approve of this charge? And on that note, it's the Big Pod Swain Session Podcast. We'll see y'all next week, y'all.